Post-traumatic stress disorder can develop after surviving or witnessing a life-threatening event, including military combat. Guests share their stories, and experts talk about diagnosis and the latest in treatment. That's this week on Healthy Minds. Healthy Minds on WLIW 21 is made possible in part by NARSAD. NARSAD is dedicated to supporting innovative scientific research to find the causes, better treatments, and cures for severe mental illness. And by Value Options, working with health plans, employers, and government programs prevention. By the Van Ameringen and Family Care programs that New Yorkers.
Post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD, has been with us for thousands of years and has a history as old as war itself. The condition was referred to as soldier's heart during the Civil War, shell shock during World War I, and combat fatigue during World War II. PTSD doesn't confine itself strictly to war. Other traumatic events such as natural disasters, violent assaults, auto accidents, and terrorist attacks can also cause post-traumatic stress disorder. PTSD affects over 5 million Americans. Not every traumatized person gets PTSD, but for those who do, the important thing to remember is, with help is hope. Has 3 main types of symptoms. One, in addition, the person often experiences
trauma doesn't trust too many, and these are extremely isolated emotions. And encourage the person to talk about stress reaction. So, and in some cases, medication. Shoreline, don't go near the water, get caught. So that memory immediately, bits of information that can trigger
isolation and
party. A lot of times, the returning soldier acts and enjoy it for days to weeks. A lot of returning veteran, or the soldier or the Marine, have to be in a very alert state in order to recognize danger. But a cluster of symptoms that happens.
Find drugs, pharmaceutical agents that will actually help to reverse some of these changes in the.
But PTSD has been.
Stop, children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down.
It was a shock. We went into Benoit Air Force Base, and getting off the plane, the heat hit us first. And then mortar rounds came in. So I wasn't in country 3 minutes and it started. It's the CIB, Combat Infantry Badge. Purple Heart is, I had gotten hurt on, this was January 7th. And the Bronze Star was for actions during the Tet Offensive, and my unit was almost annihilated. I just got chills. Haven't talked about it in a long time. We were sent in from the Quang Tree area into the Hue area in the rain with no backpacks, and we walked into the NVA CP. And we had 60% casualties the first day. We escaped the area in the middle of the night. And the TET went on for a few days after that, and I was wounded twice. Since I came home and I got out of service in 1969, it's Memorial Day weekend is the worst time of the year. I mean, the other ones affect you also because things happened on different holidays and New Year's, but Memorial Day is the time when you reflect back to the ones that you were with, and they're still 22 and 21 years old. And it's time to remember, and it's time to mourn. A lot of it is, I guess, survivor guilt. Why am I still here and they're not? In the beginning, I would have my dreams and actions in the 4th of July, with the loud explosions. And I usually don't like people sitting behind me. Put myself against the wall, but I didn't think much of it. And it got progressively worse over time. It was getting to a point where it was a daily thing. and a nightly thing. And I'd dream and I'd still be running and screaming and yelling, and my wife would wake me up in the middle of the night, cold sweats. I feel like I'm still in the service sometimes. The experiences or memories at nighttime carry on during the day, and you do have flashbacks, and sometimes they get worse, and I've had times when I had to pull my car off the road because of flashbacks and memories, and you're not here anymore, you're back there, and that can be a dangerous situation. You never think there's something wrong with you until things get worse, and like I said, I live with it every day. I have the same dreams. I say goodnight to the same guy every night. I shot a guy. He's over half a mile away, and he keeps waving to me every night. So that's something that sticks with you forever. You know, when you're in a combat situation, you do whatever you have to do. I think a big help for me too was being married. Well, my wife and I got married first March 24th, 67, and I got drafted April 1st, and we had the big church wedding and the reception on September 16th, and I left for Vietnam on September 28th. So, and then while there, I had an R&R, and I went to Hawaii. I met her at the airport, so we finally had a honeymoon. But it was an experience because when I went back to Vietnam, I didn't know if I was coming home after that.
And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom. Let it be. Let it be.
My wife stuck by me, and now it's 38 years later, and I'm still dreaming, and she's still with me.
Whisper words of wisdom. Let it be.
There's always been a stigma over PTSD or any mental health issues, and you're afraid to say anything because it might hinder your advancement or promotions. And the same thing's happening today because some of the Iraqi vets that I meet and we talk, and they're afraid to go for counseling because it might affect their ability to gain rank. We have to support our troops, and they're going to go through these experiences. Something that come to mind, you know, freedom isn't free. You know, we're going to always fight for it, and we're always going to have this type of problem. PTSD is something that's always been there. First World War, Second World War, Korea, Vietnam, and now in Iraq and Afghanistan. And it's going to continue. And these people have to be offered